again, what would happen if we all just communicated and understood each other better, knowing that we know people don't really want to hurt each other and people don't intentionally want to do bad things.
Yeah.
It comes from something else.
Yeah, exactly. No, exactly. It's so true. So, yeah. So, I mean, I think, like I said, this is an ongoing thing. It's something that, you don't do it once in a while. You do it every day. I know for me, I do certain things that maintain that stability, and I'm always growing and learning. So, because I can't be that example and being a resource like your books are and what you do in your day-to-day with working with people and helping them to do for themselves, that so they can do unto others and pass it on. Mm-hmm. What do you envision, like you talked about, where this should start in schools? I mean, it should start in the home,
right?
But nonetheless, what can people do? Like, what do you think that can really, really drive this home, that we can get into kids' heads early rather than later, so that they could grow into self-confident adults and not repeat some of these behaviors and things that, maybe our parents did and our parents before that did, that put us into tough situations?
Well, I mean, there's so many different things, and I'm not going to have the perfect right answer because we all grow up different circumstances. So
yes.
It comes down to our own personal responsibility. As we grow up, you can only blame your past on so many things. You have to grow up at some point or not. And you have the repercussions of that. I feel the more that schools can, include, as they are, social emotional learning and changing the way they teach. Even we're finding educational content through, people like Disney and great, videos that we can watch, whether it's movie or cartoons. And for me, Unicorn Jazz and everything I'm doing, the books, the music, the series, it's changed my life because, like you said, if I'm going to be a poster child for this is what you do, but I never say I'm perfect. It's just knowing that tomorrow's a new day. You can start over and doing your best to mend relationships of your life that maybe you need to take responsibility, change you. We know we can't change other people. We can't change other people, but we can change ourselves. And how we reply to someone who maybe is not nice, well, that's still a choice that you get to make. And, until the day I die, there's going to be challenges. There's going to be things we want to celebrate, and it's enjoying the goodness that we can have. And to me, if you could be a leader of happiness, that's one of the best things I think you can do.
No, I agree.
So it's important to honor that we are all different. You might have some introversion and you some extroversion. It's also important to be kind. There's something called social emotional learning, SEL, or social emotional intelligence, that all schools are mandated to include in their curriculum teaching as early as elementary school. Again, something we didn't grow up with.
Yeah.
I think we all need social emotional learning. It's just in a social situation. How do you handle something, and how do you handle something when you don't get your way? It's feelings and emotions, and we're not robots. We all need love. We need kindness. We need joy. We want happiness. And I promise you, every one of us is going to go through a challenge in life. Everyone's going to have a struggle. And, you don't get to escape that. But what are you going to do as a result for not getting what you want or not communicating well when someone can't communicate well with you?
Yeah, that's so true. So when it comes to this, when you talked about balance, harmony, whatever, alignment, talk about what are some of the things that, in this case, when you're helping others to bring, to bring purpose, you got to be the example of that, right? We can do these things, but if something's not going right up in here, are we really helping other people? Are they, because our energy's off, we're not being the example like we think we are. We're probably, we're codependent in our behavior and our communication. Talk about what are some things people could do to get that mental balance, that mental harmony, how you like to term it.
Yeah, I think it's important to be a lifelong learner. Do self-development. Listen to a show like yours. We're offering tips and advice on a genre you want to learn from. people that I learned from, Tony Robbins, I would go to his seminars life changing for me. That's why he's a world renowned speaker. There's no manual to parenting. There's no manual like relationship and business. Everything goes well. So for each of us, I feel if you want it to be, it's your responsibility. It's my responsibility to become a better person. Take responsibility. When you don't do something right, apologize for it. If I somehow maybe someone's offended by something I did, first of all, I never intended that. And the first thing I'll say is, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean that. This is where I was coming from. Again, I have to assume I'm talking to someone that's going to be able to receive information.